Welcome back to All Things ETH. My name is Aaron. On this channel, we talk about all things Ethereum, projects, NFTs, play to earn, and price. Today, we're talking about the Axie Infinity gaming world, and I just want to say it is exploding, you guys. The AXS token, the governance token for the Axie Infinity gaming project on the Ethereum network, is just on fire right now. And I want to give you a little bit of answers as to why, and I want to try and show you how to buy those tokens, stake those tokens, and how to get involved with the Axie Infinity world and where to get started. A little advice from my experience. I'm going to talk about the Ethereum price, the overall cryptocurrency price right now, as well, and then I want to give a shout out at the end to all the hexagons that have responded to the last couple videos that I made last week and how much it's blown up my channel. I want to just say thank you to all of you who have commented, liked, and subscribed. So let's get into it. I'll show you my screen. The price of Ethereum is up today. It looks like it's down. That's because we've had some volatility from the weekend. I like to look at the prices from a week-to-week basis, guys. That's the way I look at things in particular. We'll show you real quick. So we're testing $3,400 right here. We've had a little volatility over the weekend. We tried to get out of this golden pocket, and guys, I've taken this golden pocket from the all-time high, not the recent high. Like other people on YouTube have. I just want to be really specific as to what this bull market is doing, not necessarily the local high here. I am excited to see us fighting this golden pocket. I think if we can bounce through it, we will see a decent uptrend. If you look at this fractal here versus the fractal we're in, we saw a high, and then we came down to this consolidation, saw a nice couple W lows here. I think we kind of saw the same thing in this fractal, where we had a high, we had the bounce, the dead cat bounce, if you will. Saw a double bottom. We actually saw like a quad or quintuple bottom here, which really gave us a lot of support down at 27.50. And then we're seeing the retest of the golden pocket here, which we've broken through a couple times, but unfortunately we're fake outs, and we're yet to see where we're going to go next. Bitcoin has not gotten to its golden pocket yet from the all-time high, and I do think we're going to start seeing a test of that soon. We couldn't break it. We almost crested out of it, and then we got rejected hard with the China FUD recently and other things. So I am bullish on the space overall, the crypto space. Interestingly, we have seen a huge correction in the traditional markets. The S&P has dropped pretty well. I think we're down at what, 5% drop here. Yep, almost 6% drop since its all-time highs recently. And then I want to look at the Dow as well. For those of you who prefer that, I do think we're roughly the same here at about, yep, almost 6%. Right now we're closer to 5%. But we have seen already a correction of almost 6% on the Dow. We're going through some interesting times right now. We have new COVID restrictions in some states. Some states are panicking, some aren't. I am so grateful to live in the state of Iowa, where our governor is fantastic and has not shut us down a whole bunch. But I know a lot of you guys are out in places where it's still pretty heavily locked down, or there are a lot of restrictions, and I just want to say, good thing we're in crypto, because we can do that from home, and it's hard to restrict, this industry, because it's, it's decentralized. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the Axie Infinity news that I mentioned before. The price of the Axie Infinity Governance coin, AXS, has been on fire, and this morning at about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Central Time, we hit $155 per coin. And the last time I purchased AXS, I thought was the high point of at least it was a local high at about $78 a coin, and now we are double that, or at least hit double that this morning, and I am so stoked for this. Part of the reason why I think is we're starting to hear a little bit more from the developers. We're seeing continued growth, and the staking has really, of the AXS token, has made the price just skyrocket. I think a lot of people didn't realize how much locking up the AXS token it was going to affect the price of it, and it has gone crazy. So wanted to show you a couple things. The price of SLP has also gone up back to where it was when I started playing, which is fantastic. If we look at the yearly, I started playing at the end of August, so it was in the 10 cents. Let's see, I think, no, it must have been late July. So 10 cents to 20 cents is where I started playing. It dropped all the way down to, about 6 cents. I think the low was, 6.3 cents. And I'm glad to see it coming back up to 9 cents. The economy of this game and the way scholarships in particular are being used, I feel like the 9 cent range and higher is really where we're going to see the most growth as far as scholarships go. I was worried there when we're dropping 7 and 6 cents that some of the scholars were going to drop off as the price of SLP went down, or the profitability of the breeders who are creating these scholarship programs. A lot of them are giving 50 to 60% of their earnings to their scholars, and between the drop in the price and the amount of people trying to compete in this breeder scholarship environment, I was worried that it was going to continue to trend down. But guys, we have seen a little bit more action in the prices of SLP. I do hope that we continue to see it go up. Oh, we hit 10 cents this morning. That's fantastic. So I'm hoping that this isn't just a blip. We did get a podcast on Twitch, or a video on Twitch this morning from the Axie Infinity team. I will put a link in the comments below. If you're on the Axie Infinity newsletter, you would have gotten a link to that this morning. They don't give you a lot of information. I gotta be honest, I watched the whole thing. There is, a lot of more of the same sort of talk. We're working on this, we're working on this, we're working on this. No timelines have been released as of yet, but it's just good to hear where they're at, what they're focusing on, and what I will say is that they're mostly focused on the infrastructure of the game itself. I think they saw massive growth in July and in August, and just some of the servers were having issues. They just didn't expect that the growth that they saw. And right now, I want to show you the price here. So the economy is interesting. We have a 10 cent or 9 cent SLP, so that's the token that you win in game from player versus player in the arena, and then there's also SLP rewards in the adventure mode, which is the PvE mode there against the computer, if you will, and those things are, you have a limit per day about how much energy you have, or how much you're able to win in the PvE or adventure mode every day. You can win up to 75 SLP per day minimum. That's the minimum if you complete the daily quest, which is 25 SLP, and then also complete, I think you can get 50 SLP in the adventure mode, and then anything on top of that is how much your rewards are for your PvP or arena rewards. So it's good to see that back up to, I mean, most people are making, $7.50 minimum now, which is up from, I mean, gosh, a lot of people, when there was a 6 cent, SLP, you're making $5 or less, and that's just not enough to split between yourself as a breeder or our team, of scholars, and splitting it with your scholars. So I'm glad to see that back up. However, and the price of, oddly, the price of the AXS token hasn't really affected the price of the Axies themselves. And this is kind of disappointing. I think we do have a pretty big glut, if you will, of created Axies on the marketplace. Here's the floor Axies here. We did see a 0.005 increase for Ethereum per Axie. The floor price over the weekend, and has been for a couple weeks, was 0.04, or about $120. So we're seeing an increase of about $30 for the floor Axies. So that's good, but I'm also looking at the price of Ethereum going up, and is the price of the floor Axies going up with the price of Ethereum, or is it going up with the price of the AXS? Well, both of them are going up quite a bit, and the floor Axies are really not taking off right now. The economics of breeding are actually really tough to justify right now too, which is probably a good thing, because I think we saw an overabundance of breeding, and that's why we saw the glut in the marketplace of all these Axies, especially these odd metas, man. There's some mutts up in here. If you if you know anything about the game and look at these cards and you just go, what in the world are people just breeding to get more energy, which is totally viable. I mean, before the AXS token skyrocketed, if you could buy an AXS for about $70, breed 2 Axies together, which would cost you 2 AXS, and then the SLP on top of that, and there's a glut of SLP because of all the players right now, and how few the amount of SLP minted per day versus burn in the breeding process isn't enough to really throw off the price of the Axies themselves. So what we're seeing here is just an interesting interplay between the AXS token price, where I think right now it's more valuable to stake your AXS than it is to put more into breeding. So I hope that brings down the amount of Axies bred, especially these crazy metas that just don't make any sense. People were just trying to get more energy in, like, if you get 10 or more, your energy doubles in the game so that you can play more in the arena and get more SLP rewards. So I'm assuming that's why we're seeing so many just odd floor Axies here in the marketplace. But then now that we have staking rewards on the AXS token, and that the AXS is going to be more profitable in staking than in breeding, I do think we're going to see a tapering of the breeding, and then hopefully so check this out. Hopefully with more people playing, we'll have the need for these Axies to get gobbled up by new players. One of the coolest things I wanted to show you here is some of the stats right now of Axie Infinity. So daily active players, guys, this is insane. 2 million daily active players. So on the podcast this morning, from the live stream on Twitch from the developers of Axie, they did say that they crossed the line for the first time of 2 million active players in a day. We've been steadily jumping. So from May to June was basically a doubling of those active players, which is absolutely insane. I mean, in the month before that and the month before that they doubled between March and, I mean, it was essentially a 10x between February and June. which is absolutely insane, and no wonder they had some server issues, right? Well, we've gone from 1.2 million up to almost 2 million, so we've almost doubled again since since June to the end of September and into October. I wonder if by the end of October we'll completely double up again from the May, June numbers here. And so we'll need more Axies to beat for these people to play with. So that is good, that we're seeing more active users and continuing to see that go up on a monthly basis, so that we see some of the glut in the marketplace get gobbled up. I personally have 9 Axies. I think I've mentioned this in a couple other videos, but if you haven't watched, I am currently seeking a couple scholarships. So if you're interested in being a scholar, please leave a comment below. Find me on Facebook if you can, and we'll get in communication there. That's my preferred place of talking to Axie users. If you go to Facebook, I do post in some of the Axie Infinity boards, so find me there and we can chat. But couple other little things I wanted to mention. If you didn't see the other video that I put out on Friday, the Tron Decks is starting to be used. It is only available outside of the US right now, and you can only purchase wrapped ETH at the moment, but at least you can get past the some of the fees of trading. You can purchase directly from a card here, so that you're not getting all the gas fees of buying ETH in another DEX and then transferring it to your MetaMask and then transferring it into Ronin, which every time you transfer is going to cost you more Ethereum. So buying it directly in Ronin is pretty fantastic. I think that will help. And these coming soon of AXS and SLP, man, I am so excited for people to just be able to buy AXS and then immediately go into staking. In fact, I wanted to go through this real quick. I'm going to stake. I have 2 AXS currently, and I wanted to show you the process of staking because right now it is way more valuable to stake. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, here we go. So it took a minute or literally seconds to get approved by logging into my Ronin wallet. And what I'm going to do is hit the stake button here. I'm going to let's do the max. Why not? 2.05. All right, let's confirm and see what happens here. Transaction submitted. All right, I'll come back to this in a second to see if it processed, but I'm excited, guys. Right now, the estimated rewards on staking, as you can see here, is 187% APR, which is fantastic. That's higher than some of the crazy APRs we've seen on PancakeSwap. I will say to the hexakins out there, this is up in line with some of the staking or the rewards that you've seen from some of your hex, and it's one of the highest right now between hex and AXS. Staking or the interest rate, if you will, is pretty dang high right now. And if you're in these worlds, congratulations, because you're beating the heck out of the traditional finance world right now. So, all right, I'm going to come back to that. Let's skip this. And here's a article on CoinDesk talking about why the AXS token is on fire right now. We did have an airdrop. I mentioned that. So everybody who was an early adopter in October of 2020 got airdropped a certain amount of AXS tokens. Congratulations if you were part of that airdrop. I was not. I got in this year, not last year, unfortunately. I was looking at the date going, oh, I missed it by that much. Well, I missed it by, 365 days, basically. But we'll see if they do another one. Anyway, moving on. I did want to say the current market cap of the Axie Infinity token itself is $38 billion, you guys. Just to put that in perspective, I wanted to look at a traditional business as a comparison. And so I was a big trader in Delta last year. And pre-COVID, Delta's market cap, and by market cap, the valuation of the company, right? If you were to sell every single share of Delta right now, or back in February of 2020, before the crash of COVID and that hit Delta Airlines very hard, obviously, the market cap of Delta was lower than that of the current Axie Infinity market cap. And that's just the AXS token, guys. Let me look up SLP. Let's see if that shows up here. Yeah, Smooth Love Potion has a completely different market cap. So, okay, so 203 million plus the AXS token, which is at 38 billion. Oh my gosh. So we're close to $38.5 billion between the AXS token and the SLP token. That's the same market cap as Delta Airlines, one of the biggest airlines in the world, was pre-COVID. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, to wrap up, I just want to thank all of you who are watching. Please like this video, subscribe, share this video with your friends, tell everybody about the Axie Infinity Marketplace and the game itself. Guys, if we can get more people to play, we are going to see the price of Axies go up again. We are going to see the price of SLP and AXS tokens continue to go up. And you can make money playing games on the Ethereum network via the Tron Decks and in market and in Axie Infinity, and actually play to earn. You play the game, you earn SLP, you can change that SLP into Ethereum, you can change it into AXS, which is even easier. Stake those AXS tokens, make almost 200% APR on that AXS. Where else can you find such high returns on your investments, guys? The Ethereum network and crypto in general is making people, is setting them up for just life change, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm all about telling people how to get out of your 9-to-5s, guys. The old school way of making money is not the way to do it anymore. The gig economy is here. COVID changed that even more. And I just want to say, if you're not taking advantage of the crypto space and the gig economy, I highly recommend it. And I will talk about that more in future videos, how my journey in particular. But enough of that for today. Thanks to everybody who has watched over the last week. I have doubled my subs in the last week, guys. Thank you so much, especially those Hexicans that have watched my Hex videos over the last couple weeks. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments. 137 comments, guys, on my video that I posted last week in the middle of the week about Hex. Check that out if you're interested in that platform. We've got the Pulse chain coming online from the creator of Hex, which is an Ethereum fork, which is just mind-blowing. And I'll be doing a Pulse video coming up here in the next week or so. I'm excited about what the Ethereum network and possibly in the Pulse network, what we're going to see in the world of crypto. We're in a bull market, we still are, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Thank you for watching. If you like coffee and crypto, go to friedrichscoffee.com and get yourself some roasted to order, fresh coffee beans sent directly to your house. This is an offer for the continental United States. If you go to their website and type in Free Ship USA at checkout, you get free shipping with any order that has 12-ounce bags in it. You'll get $5 off the purchase, which covers the standard shipping cost to your door. And get yourself some coffee if you like crypto and coffee. That will support the channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.